As the New York Giants offseason keeps on a-truckin', the New York Giants roster just keeps on shuffling. As another move was made today to help try to improve what could be one of the biggest weaknesses for the New York Giants this coming season. And that was they were able to bring in defensive back claimed off from the Cleveland Browns, Nate Meadors, who's played in at least a couple of years in the league, who has a height of 5'11", 189 pounds, and he's actually a former teammate of one of the current New York Giants cornerbacks right now, and that being Darnay Holmes, who both Meadors and Holmes played together at UCLA during the 2017 college football season. So obviously there's a little bit of a known factor there too between the two guys. Now, Nate Meadors actually is a guy that was signed originally as an undrafted free agent from the Minnesota Vikings back in 2019, where he played in at least 2 total games in the 2019 season, recording 1 solo tackle, and that was pretty much it. And then he also played in the 2020 season, where he pretty much only played in 1 game, and he didn't record any known stats known to the Richters. So right now, he's just a guy that is pretty much just brought in as a claimed free agent. Maybe you could see what he could do. Probably just a camp body, but like we've always said, especially with the secondary and them being so young, it never hurts to keep adding bodies to the roster and seeing what you can get from them going into the rest of the season, or going into the rest of the training camp, as well as going into preseason and towards the 2022 NFL regular season. So, Nate Meadors, probably just a camp body right now, maybe a guy you could stash on the practice squad, but you never know, maybe the kid comes in, obviously with familiarity playing with Darnay Holmes, maybe he's able to catch on with whatever the system going on with Wink Martindale, goes in there, shows out, could be a guy that could maybe, vie for one of those back end of the rosters, back end of the 53-man roster. So right now, just another camp body. It looks like he could be brought in as, but it's just another guy that's going to be brought in for that cornerback / safety depth right now that is very much lacking behind a couple of proven starters like Xavier McKinney and Adoree Jackson, and a pretty solid player like Julian Love. But otherwise that, you have a lot of question marks there. Besides Darnay Holmes and Adoree Jackson, it's a lot of question marks in that secondary when it comes to the cornerbacks. And besides Xavier McKinney and Julian Love, a lot of question marks there as well with the safety position. And especially now with Dane Belton going down with a broken collarbone and him being sidelined for at least the rest of training camp and maybe the beginning of the season. But I'm just curious to see what Nathan Meadors is going to be able to bring to the New York Giants in terms of being claimed off the Cleveland Browns practice squad and seeing what this kid can do. And maybe he could actually turn out to be something. Maybe it just clicks for him in that Wink Martindale defensive system, and he could end up vying for one of those reserve roles as a cornerback on the roster. I personally think he's just going to be a camp body and can be pretty much somebody, if you like what his skill set can bring is in the future, stash him on the practice squad, see what you can get from him in 2023. But I'm just curious to hear everybody on what you're feeling about the new signing to the New York Giants, or actually I should say new claim to the New York Giants, and that's Nathan Meadors, 2-year cornerback out of UCLA, who played his past couple of years with the Minnesota Vikings back in 2019 and 2020, and played a majority of the time on the Cleveland Browns practice squad in 2021. What do you guys think of this? Let me know in the comment section about Nathan Meadors coming to the squad, if he can be a guy, potentially make an impact later. If you liked the video, please hit the like button below. Turn the bell on for notifications on the next video or short surrounding the New York Giants. Sub up and subscribe if you haven't already to NYG Jeffy T 3285, where I talk about the New York Giants, Brooklyn Nets, New York Mets, WWE Wrestling, as well as food for thought. And like I mentioned earlier, let me know on what you think about Nathan Meadors, if you've done any studies on him, if you're a big UCLA Bruins fan, if you know a little bit about the kid, and maybe if he can end up showing something with the New York Giants, being that guy that's just being claimed, and getting a chance to reunite with one of his college teammates, Darnay Holmes, and seeing what the kid can bring to the cornerback team going into the 2022 rest of the training camp and preseason. So I hope everybody has had a fantastic Thursday. I hope everybody has had a terrific Thursday evening. And if you're going out to FanFest tomorrow night, down over there at the Quest Diagnostic Center in East Rutherford, I hope that you have a fantastic time. Enjoy the festivities. all my fellow content creators, go out there, have a great time, blog, vlog, whatever you want to do. Just have a fantastic time over there and just get to watch our beloved New York Giants show the potential that we maybe could see going into the 2022 NFL season. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, everybody. Take it easy, and always remember, let's go New York Football Giants. And just remember one thing that is true: we are always together blue.